Upgrade Your English podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Upgrade Your English, the podcast that helps you go from good to great on your language journey. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ben. It's so good to be here with you all. Sarah, I get messages from people every day who ask me the same question. I can speak English, I can write, but how do I start to sound, like a native? It's a tricky one.
I hear that all the time too, Ben. It's a fantastic question because it's not just about grammar and vocabulary, is it? It's about that special something, the natural rhythm, the common phrases, the confidence. That's exactly what we're talking about today. We're going to dive into the subtle things that make a huge difference.
Right. So, today we're going to talk about some of the most common things native speakers do without even thinking about it. We'll share some tips and, more importantly, we'll give you actual conversational examples to help you sound more natural. This isn't about losing your accent, by the way. Your accent is part of who you are. This is about making your English feel more authentic and flowing.
Exactly. So, let's talk about the small but important things that can make a big difference in how you speak. Let's get started.
So, Sarah, let's start with the very foundation of sounding natural, the rhythm and stress of English. What do I mean by that? Well, in spoken English, we don't say every word separately. We link them together. It's like we're singing a little song. Think about the phrase, I want to go. We don't say, I want to go. We often say, I want to go.
Oh, that's a perfect example. We do it all the time. It's not just I want to, it's I gotta go, I gotta tell you. These are the contractions that happen naturally in fast speech. Another one is going to. We often say gonna. Let's try a quick little conversation. Hey, Ben, what are you gonna do this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. I want to go to the beach, but my friend want to go to the mountains. I don't know what we're gonna do.
See how natural that sounds? It's not something you learn from a book. It's just how we speak. And it's not just about contractions. It's about how the sounds connect. Think about get it. We don't say get it. It sounds like get it. The T sound from get connects to the vowel sound from it. This linking is one of the most important things to practice if you want to sound more natural. Yeah, it's a huge one. And a good way to practice this is to listen to a short conversation and try to say it just like they do. It's not about perfect pronunciation, it's about the rhythm. You can use our previous episode on shadowing for this.
Beyond pronunciation, let's talk about the art of conversation. I'm talking about the little words we use when we're thinking. These are the fillers and discourse markers. Words like, well. They give us time to think and make the conversation feel less robotic.
Right. And they add a human touch. A long silence in a conversation can be awkward. Instead, you might say, so I went to the store and there was a huge line. Or, it was a difficult situation, It makes you sound more relaxed and confident. It shows you're not just reciting words you memorized.
I agree, but a word of caution, don't overuse them. Too many likes can make you sound unsure. The key is to use them naturally, just like we are doing right now. Okay, so let's try a little back and forth using these. I'll ask you a question. So, what was the most interesting thing you read this week?
Well, I read this article about space travel, and the technology they're developing is incredible. It's so different from what we had.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast it's all moving. It's almost impossible to keep up with it, isn't it?
It really is. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it all, to be honest. See, that's how a real conversation sounds. We use those small phrases to keep the flow going.
And that brings us to a bigger point. Common phrases and idioms. These are the phrases that native speakers use all the time, and they don't mean exactly what the words say. Using them makes your English sound much more advanced.
For sure. If you're busy, you don't always say, I am very busy. A native speaker might say, I've got my hands full. It's a great visual phrase that means the same thing. Or, I'm swamped.
I'm swamped is a fantastic one. What about when you're agreeing with someone? Instead of I agree, you can say, that's a good point. Or if you think something is a great idea, you can say, that's a game changer. Ooh, I love game changer. It's so common now. Or how about when you're in a tricky situation? We might say, I'm in a tough spot, instead of I have a problem.
Yes. And these phrases are fun to learn because they give you a new way to express yourself. It's like learning a secret code. So, let's try to put a few of these into a short conversation.
Sounds good. You start.
Hey, Ben, how is your project at work? I heard it was a big one.
Oh man, I was swamped. Honestly, I had my hands full all week, but we finally finished it.
Oh, that's great news. Finishing it on time? That's a game changer. I thought for sure you were in a tough spot with that deadline.
Yeah, for a while there, I was. But it all worked out.
It really is. Let's talk about another area, being polite and confident. Learners often focus too much on being grammatically perfect and forget about the social aspect of language. For example, when you're asking for something, a learner might say, "Can I have some water?" Which is fine, but a native speaker might say, "Could I get some water, please?" Or even more casually, "Can I get some water?" The confidence in your tone changes the meaning.
And it's also about asking for clarification. We don't always understand everything the first time. Instead of just staying silent, you can say, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" It shows you're engaged in the conversation.
That's so true. It's about being an active part of the conversation, not a passive listener. And that brings us to our final point, which is probably the most important of all, practice. You got it. All of these tips are useless if you don't use them. The best way to learn to speak like a native is to speak. And I don't mean just in a classroom. Speak to friends, to yourself, to the walls. The more you use these phrases and practice the rhythm, the more natural it will become.
A great exercise is to try to use one new phrase every day. Just one. Make a little game out of it, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is a step towards fluency.
I think that's a fantastic note to end on. Remember, it's a journey. Every little thing you learn and practice adds up. It all helps you build that confidence and authenticity you're looking for.
It does. We hope that today's conversation gave you some new ideas and inspiration to keep upgrading your English. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back soon with more tips to help you on your English journey.